Hi, Mom. My name is Keisha Murray, and today I would like to discuss eating healthy and organic. Um, why should we eat healthy? Well, it'll help our body maintain homeostasis so we can be at our best. It helps us to look younger, and it also helps us to feel better about ourselves and just in whole keep our bodies the way it should be. Most of this, everything that's going on with us starts with our diet. What we put into our body's going to give us back in return in the form of health, overall better looking skin, clear mind. Um, these are just a few of the benefits of eating healthy. Um, I would like to discuss today not just eating healthy, but also eating organic. Now, why is it important to eat organic and also healthy? Well, like I stated before, one, it'll help us to feel better and it'll help our bodies to perform at optimal. And also, we want to live longer. Um, I've done some research after having my own personal experience um, that I would like to share. And that is a few years ago, my daughter um, started having some challenges with her health. We would wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. In the morning, and she would just have really, really bad stomach aches, vomiting, and this would go on for hours at a time. I took her to her pediatrician. She told me, okay, let's find out if she has acid reflux or, just let's figure it all out. Well, I did that. I did the food tracking and nothing changed. Um, Went back to her pediatrician. She suggested that we should go see a gastroenterologist for kids. So we did that. They did an upper GI and a few other tests. And at the end of it all, they said to me, we don't know what's wrong with her. She's healthy, she's fine. And me, that's currently in my medical studies, I know the body does not respond negatively if you're fine. So I started to do my own research and just started paying attention to what she was eating, when she was eating it, and when she would have these episodes. They were random episodes, so the food tracking did not help a lot. Um, Finally, I started reading the back of labels on the food product that I was using, and different times she would be fine eating one thing, and another time she would not be so fine. And then I started paying attention. There were times that I would buy organic products, and there were times that I would just buy the regular store brand product. And so what I started to notice was whenever I would use store brand products, the chances of her having a vomiting episode with the stomach cramping increased. And when I would use the organic products, she would be okay eating the same foods. And so that got me thinking. And so I started looking into organic foods versus GMO, which is genetically modified foods. And I noticed that the GMO foods or the genetically modified foods had a lot of preservative. It had a lot of our hormones and a lot of additives that I wasn't able to identify. And so when I would look at the organic product or the all natural products, I noticed that it was just what it was. If it was chicken, it was just chicken, no additives. If it was rice, it was rice, no additives. If it was pasta, it was just pasta, no additives. And so I started to make a change in my diet. And once I did that and change the things that I was buying, the things that I would feed my children, is when I started noticing a huge difference in her overall health. And I also noticed it with myself in terms of how I was feeling, because I started buying more organic, I started buying more natural, And I realized that I had way more energy. I was feeling a lot better. My mind was clear because I realized I wasn't putting all those preservatives and all those extra additives that my body could not identify with. And it's one thing about the body, when you put certain things inside of your body that it cannot identify, number one thing it does, it turns it into fat and it stores it as fat. And then the rest of it, it throws your hormones off. And if your hormones are imbalanced, then you're going to be open to a lot of issues. And I am a firm believer today that your diet and what you're eating is a number one reason for overall health. And so, millions of children all throughout the world are being diagnosed with all kinds of ailments and illnesses, and also adults that cannot be identified of the source or, what's causing. All of a sudden, we have people in their 30s are getting cancer, and kids are coming up with all these different ailments. And, I really, really believe, due to my research, that our food or the foods that we're eating is a number one problem, and it's a part of it. And so I would like to encourage our mothers today, to stay away from genetically modified foods and ingredients. And what you want to do is look at labels and see if there's anything that you cannot identify, you don't know what it is, think twice before you purchase that product. And you might want to write it down and research it and find out what that product is that's going inside of your food. Also, we're putting our bodies at risk. We're putting our children's body at risk when we're not careful about what we're feeding them or what we're feeding ourselves. And this is important. So one way to start, doing better about, the way you eat or eating healthy, to help your body, to help your children grow, strong and healthy, is take some time to look at labels, read labels, plan your grocery list. Make sure that the products you intend to buy are at least natural or non-GMO. If you're not able to get 100% natural, at least get the non-GMO, which is non-genetically modified, meaning it have not been tampered with and changed the molecular structure of that plant or the animal that you're about to intake and digest. Also, I would like to encourage you to get your kids involved. Get your kids involved in how they're eating healthy. What are the healthier choices that's going to be better for them? Explain to them that, they want to start eating healthy as children so they can become healthy adults. And it'll keep them safe. Get them involved in the food plan and teach them the better snacks, the less sugary snacks, the less snacks that has a lot of preservatives. Because one of the things that I found out with my daughter is that she was allergic, not to the food itself, but the byproducts and the different hormones and chemicals and preservative that was being placed inside of the foods. And so for the longer shelf life. And so I had to completely move away from purchasing those products and go all natural. And some days I'm not able to find just organic, but at least I read the labels. And if there's certain things, we just won't eat it because it creates havoc in our lives. I'm up at 5 a.m. She's vomiting nonstop. There's absolutely nothing that I can do to help her. And this moment just has to pass, and they can't figure out why. So I took it upon myself as a mom to research and make sure that I educate her on what are the better options and what was going on with her body. And she's only 9 years old, and she's old enough to understand. So make sure that you're choosing healthier options, non-GMO options, and planning the grocery list, like I said before, educating your children, getting them involved in, making better choices when they're away from home or when they're in the home, You know, I know sometimes they're there and you may not be home, and you know, they choose healthier snacks like organic fruits and vegetables, which taste absolutely wonderful. And once you start eating organically grown fruits and vegetable, you will never go back to the regular stuff because it tastes much better and it has a better results on your body. And so, you know, in conclusion, this will help, you know, less time off from work, less likely for your children to get sick, less likely for you to get sick. I mean, we have so much that we're already dealing with. And if we can just get a hold of our diet, that will help in a big way, you know, to sustain our bodies and make sure that we're doing things or putting things in our body or ingesting things that's going to be helpful and not harmful to us. So, you know, just take a little bit of time and research the products that you're buying, and you know, just look a little bit more. I'm not saying the organic and all natural is a save all for everything. However, it just gives you a better chance at a better life, being a little bit more healthier. You know, so let's put those few little things into action: planning our meals, planning our grocery list, reading the labels, making sure that we are intaking foods that are helpful to our bodies and not harmful. And, you know, we just want to eat well and stay well. Thanks, Mom, for watching.